South Africa is once again in the global spotlight, and this time, it's not because of elections or a major sporting event. Instead, it's due to a courtroom drama that has all the elements of a political thriller: wealth, diamonds, powerful lawyers, high-ranking politicians, and billions of rands allegedly lost in a scandal that's now making headlines across the country. At the center of it all is one man, Louis Liebenberg. Once hailed as a successful businessman in the diamond industry, he now stands accused of masterminding a massive R4 billion fraud scheme that has left dozens of investors in shock and disbelief. But what truly turned this case into a national spectacle is the list of names that Liebenberg claims were connected to his business dealings, including former President Jacob Zuma, Deputy President Paul Mashatile, and Advocate Dali Mpofu. These are names that carry enormous political weight in South Africa, and the mere mention of them in connection with alleged corruption and financial wrongdoing has set off a firestorm of public and political reaction. Louis Liebenberg didn't just allegedly scam investors, he now claims he did so partly to help powerful political figures. In court, he stated that he paid R10 million to Advocate Dali Mpofu, supposedly on behalf of Jacob Zuma, to help the former president with his growing legal bills. Zuma, as many South Africans know, has spent years in and out of court facing numerous allegations, including state capture and corruption during his presidency. The cost of those legal battles has been enormous, and questions have long been raised about who has been funding Zuma's legal defense. According to Liebenberg, it was him, at least in part. But he didn't stop there. Liebenberg also told the court that he handed over expensive diamonds to the wife of Deputy President Paul Mashatile. He claimed this was done in private meetings, not out of generosity or affection, but as part of a calculated attempt to secure political protection when pressure on his business began to rise. These allegations have not been proven in court, and both Mpofu and Mashatile have not publicly confirmed any part of Liebenberg's story. Still, the damage may already be done. These revelations have sparked outrage, confusion, and a renewed sense of urgency about corruption and influence in South Africa. To understand how things reached this point, we need to take a step back and look at who Louis Liebenberg is, and how he built the empire that is now under investigation. Liebenberg rose to prominence as a diamond dealer who promised his investors unbelievable returns. He positioned himself as someone who had access to rare opportunities in the diamond trade, deals that weren't available to the average businessman or investor. He painted a picture of wealth, exclusivity, and high returns. His lifestyle matched that image. He owned luxury cars, flew in helicopters, and hosted lavish parties. Investors were drawn in by his confidence and the promise of financial success. Many put in large sums of money, believing they were buying into a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. But soon, the cracks began to show. Returns didn't come. Questions were asked. Complaints were filed. Eventually, investigations began, and now, Louis Liebenberg stands accused of orchestrating one of the biggest frauds in recent South African history. Prosecutors allege that the entire diamond scheme was built on lies. They say Liebenberg promised returns that were impossible to achieve, used investor money to fund a luxury lifestyle, and kept the scheme going by continuously recruiting new investors, much like a Ponzi scheme. But the most shocking aspect of the trial isn't just the money, it's the suggestion that top political figures may have been directly or indirectly involved. The R10 million payment to Advocate Dali Mpofu, allegedly meant for Jacob Zuma's legal fees, is a major point of controversy. If it's true, it raises serious ethical questions. Was this payment legal? Was it declared? Did Mpofu know where the money came from? And most importantly, was Jacob Zuma aware that the funds came from someone now accused of fraud? Mpofu has so far remained silent. He hasn't confirmed the payment, nor has he denied it. His silence has led to even more speculation. Some believe he's waiting for legal advice before speaking. Others think he may hope the issue goes away. But in the court of public opinion, silence can often be louder than words. Meanwhile, Jacob Zuma's camp has also not issued a statement. And when it comes to Paul Mashatile, the alleged recipient of diamonds through his wife, the Deputy President's office has dismissed the claims as outrageous and untrue. Still, the allegations have not disappeared. They continue to circulate online and in the media, fueling public distrust and political tension. This trial is happening at a time when South Africa is struggling to rebuild public trust in its institutions. Years of corruption scandals, most notably the revelations from the Zondo Commission, have damaged confidence in political leadership. People are tired of hearing about billions going missing, deals done in backrooms, and justice delayed for those in power. The Liebenberg case is therefore more than just another fraud trial. It's a test of whether the justice system can hold the rich and connected accountable. If Liebenberg is found guilty and it's proven that political figures benefited from the scheme, it could lead to new investigations, more resignations, and possibly even criminal charges for others. On the other hand, if his claims are found to be false, then the focus will turn back to his own wrongdoing, and the damage to reputations may still linger even if no laws were broken by the individuals he named. As the trial continues, more witnesses are expected to come forward. The defense will have its chance to challenge the prosecution's case, and we may hear more from those directly implicated. Analysts believe the case could take several more weeks to unfold. In that time, the political temperature in the country could rise even further, especially if new allegations are made or if evidence links more officials to Liebenberg's activities. The implications are huge. If it turns out that powerful people accepted money or gifts from someone accused of stealing from investors, it could shake the political landscape ahead of future elections and challenge the credibility of those who claim to fight for justice and transparency. Looking ahead, there are a few possible outcomes. Liebenberg could be convicted and sentenced to a long prison term, with authorities moving to recover stolen funds through asset forfeiture. If his allegations hold up under legal scrutiny, we might also see pressure on the National Prosecuting Authority to investigate Zuma, Mpofu, and Mashatile's connections to the case. Thank you for watching this deep dive into the trial of Louis Liebenberg and the dramatic allegations that could change the face of South African politics. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss future updates on this and other important stories. And let us know what you think in the comments. Do you believe Liebenberg's claims about paying Mpofu and gifting diamonds to Mashatile's wife? Should more investigations be opened? How do you think this trial will end? We want to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay informed, stay critical, and stay engaged.